Hey everybody, it's Tony with Couch Potato Lucha Libre. It is about 5 minutes to 9 o'clock Mountain Daylight Time at this point. Uh, I'm coming to you live from the editing bay. You'll notice that that's not my bookcase, that's my green screen. You'll see that used this weekend, hopefully, in my Great American Bash review. But I really needed to get this video out because we're in the immediate aftermath of the greatest wrestling match ever of Orton, Edge, just absolutely beating the tar out of each other in what was the do I want to call it the greatest match ever? No. But do I want to just dismiss it as, oh, this is just marketing, this is just XYZ? Not really. Surprisingly enough, I thought that there was enough moments, there was enough psychology, there was enough of everything to kind of go around. I definitely thought that some of the spots were made to be very much psychological, very much play into the story between Randy Orton and Edge. Very much also just kind of preying on the idea that these guys are students of the game. You get to see Orton hit a pedigree, you get to see Edge hit the unprettier, which they called the unprettier, not the kill switch. Very important. I also think that at some juncture you get into this match and there are a lot of points where I'm like, okay, I don't know where this is going, but I'm invested in it. And I know that that's a prevailing sentiment amongst a lot of fans. I know I tweeted out, I have no idea why I'm so invested in this match. And let's be honest, there wasn't a reason for it, Oh, when somebody says greatest match ever, it's like, well, why would you call it that? Who or what authority do you have to call it the greatest match ever? If you're PR people, like, obviously that's a great tagline. That's a great B-show tagline to throw on there. And if you're WWE, if you're Vince McMahon, anything you can do to sell a B-level pay-per-view and sell those, 30-day subscribers and, have people come back, oh, well, their subscription ended between In Your House and here. This isn't going to be like my In Your House review. I don't think I'm going to do a full review of Backlash, but we'll see. We'll see what happens later on this week with my Great American Bash review. Either way, I thought it was amazing. I thought it really did it live up to greatest match ever. I'm not going to say so because I think that's one of those things that's only really given in hindsight. On top of that, I don't think calling anything the greatest ever immediately after it happens is proper, is nice, whatever. Unless we're talking, oh, well, he had the greatest streak of home runs in history and he beat Joe DiMaggio's hitting streak, or he hit 75 in a season, or, oh, look, he's passed for 600 yards in a game. Greatest ever is one of those things that is very much hindsight. And I appreciate hindsight in this case because we're going to wait to see how this holds up, because some of the greatest matches of all time, hold up because they are the greatest matches of all time. I'm talking, Steamboat Savage from WrestleMania 3, obviously. Talking, Brett versus the British Bulldog at SummerSlam 92. We're talking even Montreal, even the Screwjob, I will say, was one of the most interesting psychological matches I've ever seen in my life. At this point, do I want to say that Orton versus Edge is the greatest ever? No. Do I want to tell you that it is in contention? Yeah, I absolutely would put it in contention, but I do think you got to kind of pass the 5-year rule. You got to pass a couple of milestones before we really look at it and say, oh, well, that's not the greatest ever, but this could be. I think, for those of you guys that don't know, I'm Texas born and bred. I live in El Paso, Texas right now. So seeing the dueling Three Amigos stuff, and then on top of that, seeing them take finishers from other people, using moves that they haven't used in forever, seeing Edge do a crossbody off the top rope, watching Orton whiff on a drop kick into a powerbomb, which was one fluid motion, that was amazing. And let's talk about that ending, because that ending was so sudden. this is one of those things where I'm not going to disqualify it based on the ending. I feel very much the same about Nia Jax and Asuka earlier in the night. It was actually a good match, but a lot of people are going to say, well, the ending sucked. It didn't. It was perfect. I loved it. On the other hand, this one worked out just fine, where Orton, does the whole brash, cocky thing, etc., gets himself over as a heel, does all the heelish things, and then Edge plays possum and gets him in that head and arm triangle, which I think they're calling the anti-venom. I'm down. I'm okay with that. But you see him lock in the anti-venom, and then Orton hits a low blow, which heel tactics 101 hit him in the balls. Like, that's just the way the world works. And then you realize, oh well, Edge is going to lose this match via RK. No, the lapse between Edge playing possum to Randy Orton punting Edge, which punt, holy crap, they telegraphed it earlier. I was like, this is just a telegraph. It's not going to happen. There's no way. Um, just the lapse, I think, is 30 seconds, maybe, tops. Maybe 45. I don't think it lasts much longer than that, and I think that's what made this so amazing as an ending. You see Orton, you see Edge, and you just know, okay, he's got the anti-venom, and this is the finish. He's going to make Randy Orton pass out. But then you remember, oh, well, Randy Orton, student of the game, heel tactics 101, he's going to do something stupid. And of course he does. He low blows Edge, ref never sees it, punt follows up, and ugh, I'm exhausted. I was not invested in this rivalry at all. I said Edge versus Orton should have ended at WrestleMania. I said Edge versus Orton didn't need this greatest ever tagline. I don't think it does still. I said that Edge versus Orton might be overplayed or overbooked. I said that this is going to be one of those ones where Randy Orton literally, it's just going to be an RKO out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3, that's it. Or Edge hits a spear. 1, 2, 3, that's it. Greatest match ever. Which, as much of a troll and as much of a cop out as that might have been, I definitely saw that route happening. I had a quarter on the RKO, but I definitely think that you need to watch this match. If not for the match itself, if not for the participants, for all the little wrinkles, the camera angles you don't get to see so terribly often. I don't know if you can call it crowd sweetening because there's not actually a crowd there. So we're just going to call it the piped in fan noise, a la Goldberg, supposedly, in WCW 1998. And then, on top of that, seeing the NXT crowd, seeing, I needed a little more than just Casey Catanzaro, Caden Carter, Jesse Elaban, Mansoor, Raul Mendoza, which threw me off just a little bit. That's a joke, obviously. But I think that we needed a little more of the interaction between Randy Orton and the fans, if you will. I think that would have just sweetened the pot so much more. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. I'm Tony. I'm tired. This is Couch Potato Lucha Libre. I'll see you guys later on this week. We should have the Great American Bash up for you on Friday, I believe. That's when our release date is. But until then, we'll see you guys next time, okay?